What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to this Anfield Agenda late night news roundup, where I'm going to recap the main topics from tonight's late night agenda live stream, as well as a few bits of late breaking news that came in. One of them in particular, I think you're going to want to pay attention to, because it's a possible alternative to Martin Zubimendi for Liverpool to go and have a look at. We're going to let you know exactly who that is, as well as giving you confirmed dates for the League Cup semi-final, a little bit from Mikel Arteta complaining and absolutely talking out of his backside. And what we're talking about, people talking out of their backside, a little bit from Jamie Carragher as well. So all that and more over the next few minutes. But as always, you know the score. We want to know your thoughts on the issues that we speak about. Let us know in the comments section. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy it. And please do hit that subscribe button. As you can see in the top corner there, we have just tonight hit 288,000 subscribers. Massive thank you from all of us here on Anfield Agenda. And of course also a Merry Christmas to you and your families. Wherever you are in the world, we hope that the holiday season and indeed 2025 is filled full of happiness, peace and prosperity. Right, let's get into it because I have a lot to get through. So the details of the Carabao Cup semi-final against Spurs have been confirmed. Both these games will be on Sky Sports, by the way. The first leg will be played Wednesday, the 8th of January, 8 p.m. kickoff. That one is going to be down in London, of course. And that means we've nothing to be concerned about now for the United game getting moved or anything. That game is on the 5th, so there's enough time for this one. The second leg will take place at Anfield on Thursday, the 6th of February, 8 p.m. Again, that game will be on Sky Sports. So hopefully the Reds will book their place into the final of the League Cup. Now, I did mention about Mikel Arteta speaking out of his backside. This is why. Speaking about Arsenal's struggles, he said, "We started the season with one of the thinnest squads in the Premier League." Now, unless he was talking about actual body fat, I don't know where he's going with this one, because if you're that worried about having a thin squad, as I've mentioned before, why loan out players? Why send Vieira, Reece Nelson and others out on loan? Bring in a load of players. I just think he's talking out of his backside. And somebody else who I think is being disingenuous is Jamie Carragher. So, big fan of Carragher, by the way. I've said on many occasions, but on TV, I believe it was CBS in America, he was speaking about Liverpool looking for a left back, and what he said I think is just completely disingenuous, and he knows that it's not going to be the case. He said about Anthony Robinson that I think Liverpool probably will be shopping for a left back in January, and I'm sure he will be top of the list. No, he won't. Carragher knows he won't. You know he won't. I know he won't. And everybody knows that he won't. Because Liverpool are not going to bring in somebody who's going to be turning 28 years of age to replace Andy Robertson or Costas. He knows that. Now, nobody's arguing about the calibre of the player, whether he'd be good enough or not. But this is very much not a transfer that Liverpool will do. Very much not in the keeping of the way Liverpool go about their transfers. And he should know better than that. So I don't know why he came out with that, but I can tell you that anybody I've spoken to, journalists or otherwise, knows that it isn't going to happen. So I find it really strange. Another bit of a mad link today again was João Pedro of Brighton. We've spoken about him a few times. Football Insider believe Liverpool are plotting a move to sign him. They say 60 million quid is the number that Brighton would want, and that they would be more open to the idea of selling him next summer. 23 years of age, but for me, Brighton look to double their money there, but for us, in pounds sterling, 40 gets you Omar Marmoush, and that's where I'd be looking to spend the money if I was Liverpool, looking to bring in a forward. Zubimendi we've spoken a little bit about, and I think if it isn't January, it's donezo for him, because we can't be waiting around. It doesn't look like he wants to make the move. The sporting director in Sociedad said, yes, Zubimendi has a release clause, but it's always the player to decide, and he's been showing how committed he is to our project. So far, we've seen how he's behaved, and I don't expect any scares in January for Zubimendi. He said, I don't predict any scares in January for Zubimendi. So, my view is, if he doesn't want to come, fair enough, but we need to get this sorted in January. That's the number one priority for me. Another report today said that Liverpool are looking to back Arne Slot in January with two additions. This piece says a left back and a midfielder, and I guess we'll find out soon enough. Now for the two, late breaking bits of news that are certainly, I think, positive updates, particularly around Trent. So this piece here from Lewis Steele said that Trent Alexander-Arnold doesn't want to be on the same type of money as Virgil van Dijk and Mohamed Salah. He understands his place in the pecking order and he isn't driven by the finances. The Mirror, though, have come out tonight with a story that said Liverpool want to up Trent Alexander-Arnold's wages from about £170,000 a week to £250,000 a week. The Reds want to give Trent a 4-year deal with a 1-year option. That would be perfect in my eyes. That's exactly a number that I think is deserved. The length of contract with the club having the option of the 5th year, I think protects the club as well from a situation in a few years where you're renegotiating and maybe a contract gets run down. If that could be done, I think it would make everybody happy. Don't know Trent's views on it, but it seems a very realistic offer for me, and one that I certainly hope Trent Alexander-Arnold agrees to and signs up on. So let me know your thoughts on that one. 250 grand, a 4-year deal with 1 more year as an option. That maybe would bring to a close that whole saga, because if we can get those 3 boys signed up and get a midfielder in January, I think we're looking very, very good to challenge and win major honours this year. Now, the last bit of news, which is probably the biggest bit of breaking news we've had, comes from Transfer Sector, who credit Anfield Watch, and they say that Liverpool scouts have been completely blown away by the performances of Porto midfielder Nico Gonzalez. Now, I'm going to be honest with you again and say I'm not somebody who watches much of the Portuguese league. So let me know on this one. Nico Gonzalez, is he up there with the Zubimendis of this world? Is he somebody that Liverpool should be looking at? Not seen any price mentioned on this. I don't know what the release clause is. But it's great to have a fresh name because, you know, we've spoken about Baleba, a little bit on Samuel Ricci. But if Liverpool have a target, I very much hope that we can get this done in January, because if we don't, I think we're running the risk of an injury to Gravenberch maybe playing a big part in maybe derailing our season. So Nico Gonzalez is another name. I'm looking for you guys to help me out here in the comments. Do you think he is somebody Liverpool should be looking at? Because remember, in the last summer transfer window, on the last day, we thought, Liverpool maybe heading to Porto, but it was Alan Varela at that point that we were thinking that maybe Liverpool were looking to try and do a last minute deal for. Obviously, it came around that wasn't the case, but this is a fresh name, and with fresh name, I need fresh opinions from you guys. So do let me know in the comments section what your thoughts are on Nico Gonzalez. So that is pretty much it for me for this update, but I just want to confirm that we will have a news video tomorrow, and most importantly, I will be live tomorrow, Christmas Eve, to say Happy Christmas to you all. If you're around, you'd like to come and join us, we'll be live from the usual time of 8:45. And if I don't speak to you before Christmas and you don't join us tomorrow, again, have a wonderful Christmas to all of you and your families. Thank you for your continued support of our channel. We hope that we continue doing you proud in 2025, and of course the title number 20 is on the way for Arne Slot and the boys. Now it's over to you folks, and I will catch up with you tomorrow. Much love. Bye bye.